Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Let's get into it here. We're melting today, very exciting. I will not guarantee that I'll pick a new Rector if I get a new Rector, although I might pick the Harvest one if it looks good. If you haven't seen the patch notes, all three of the Rectors got changed. I've played with Reform so far of the new one. I've played with Reform and Burnout. I've not played with Harvest yet. So we got Seraph the Diligent, we got Wicklash, Mind Collapse, Sacred Wicks, we are melting Umbra. How exciting. Let's begin. Memorial Fund. So it's a lot worse now because it doesn't work with morsels, unfortunately. However, how much of a difference does this make? It's still a lot of money. I'll take it. One moment, I need to open my drink. Forgot to do that before I started recording. I'm having a nice Coca-Cola to start my day. Yeah, you know it. It's fine. I took Dark Calling last time and it was okay. I kind of want to take it again here, but I feel like we're gonna want to take Harvest just to give it a shot. Kind of feel like Harvest is bad in this clan though, like in this clan combo, because what am I putting behind him? We're gonna take a bunch of damage for a unit draft so that I can fish for... Yeah, I'm gonna take unit drafts because I'm gonna fish for Paraffin Thug because he's, I think, our best unit to take. Let's give it a shot here. So, if you haven't seen the patch notes, Rector no longer will harvest from eating morsels because no one will. They changed that. As you can see, he doesn't harvest from morsels. It is an interesting change, to say the least. I'm not against it. It's like fine, you know, it's fine. I think we're just gonna slam this guy out of the world for sure. Mind Collapse him straight to heck. We got very fortunate that we drew Mind Collapse off of a Rebel morsel there. And I do not want to, because if a morsel is killed by like this guy killing it, then it's fine. I feel like the game's a little louder than I want it to be. Hold on. Give me a second. Welcome back to sound balancing. How does it work? That feels better. But yeah, if a morsel gets killed as like he's a chump blocker, it's fine. He'll still give you, like you'll get the harvest trigger. However, doing that against Apprentice of Light I would not recommend. I don't know how we're gonna do against the boss. It's gonna rely entirely on if he spawns with a 5-1 behind him. If he spawns with a 5-1 behind him, we're fucking dead. But otherwise... shit. We're dead. So I guess we're gonna put down 2 dregs behind you and give you... So 2 dregs gives you 2 more rounds, which is better than having Train Steward, I think. Because each dreg gives him 5 more health, which is 2 more rounds against the boss. However, I think we might just straight up die, which would be really impressive. I think we rolled poorly and we're gonna take like way too much damage here. I guess we'll see. Maybe it's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna die, at least. Train Stewards will do 5. If I play this, he'll do 9. That's fine. We can maybe throw something up there as well, like maybe we draw a Reform or something. Yeah, the new Harvest, it's about as good as I expected, which is to say, it's okay. Yeah, look at that, we actually made it. The Harvest combined with Reform seems interesting. Being able to reform things like morsels with Burnout 1 and have them die in front of him seems cool. However, it also feels like it's better just to go all the way and get it up to... I assume it's going to be +4, +20 on every Harvest. I don't know. So we can take Molded. We can take Dripfall though, and that's really strong. I think Dripfall's really, really strong now. I like that card a lot, until it gives me a reason to not like it. I guess we're going Crucible Collector. If I were going Reform, I would probably pick up Lady of the Reformed there. However, I don't think I'm going to go into Reform at all. Large, +10, +5, +10. Really just want a Paraffin Thug here. That's Paraffin Enforcer. You know what? You tried, buddy. You got the Paraffin right. We've seen Paraffin. If only we had Burnout on this one. We could have Lady of the Reform, Paraffin Enforcer, Burnout, Rector. I could finally see how it is. I take back my skepticism. I think it's probably okay. I've said that I thought it was really bad, but I'm coming around on it a little bit at least. I'm gonna skip this. I don't want either of these. I think Crucible Collector and Harvest Rector will do plenty. Now, an interesting thing to note is I'm not gonna give him Large Stone. I think that giving Crucible Collector Large Stone is a mistake. I do believe it is a mistake. The difference of 15 health shouldn't matter on your run. Well. Yeah, I really think the best thing to give him is +10, +25 though. Nothing's like super calling to me as a removal right now. We'll get rid of the Train Stewards soon, but we don't have to right now. High Priest. I'm gonna take it easy on the trials here. We're gonna make so much money that money trials aren't that big of a deal because we have Memorial Fund, right? It's like having Wickless Tycoon on every floor. So this is how you want to play this guy. Right, you want to just throw him down, have him die. Give Rector +1, +5. And you want to have, like, the best unit to pick up for us here would probably be, like, Remnant Host, just to drop 3 harvests real quick. But we gotta get a Remnant Host for that to work, and also drag down here, kill this. I can't catch the Collector, there was no way. Put another Train Steward up here. End turn. I think that Harvest Rector experiences the same problems that he always has, but to a greater degree right now. Like you can see, basically, I think Harvest Rector is just bad. I've tried to. I've really tried to like Harvest Rector, I swear. But I think he's really bad. I really just think that he's terrible. Every time I play with him, I'm just like, wow, this fucking sucks. What? Why do people tell me this is so good? It seems so bad. Especially with the change to, like, he can't harvest morsels now. It's just like, my man's doing nothing. My man is just sitting here doing nothing. He needs, like, I think that Harvest Rector is basically the same as the Revenge Sentient, right? It's a big, meaty block of health that requires you to put something that can actually have some sort of weight behind it. Anything, like something that gives it some, he needs some sort of unit that does damage behind him, because right now, even with the +1, he's never, like, I think I said this when I saw the changes, but like, him getting +1, +2, +4, he's never getting to a point where he's killing heavies himself, so why does it even matter? And the answer is it doesn't. He's never gonna kill heavies himself, so it does not matter. His attack going up, he requires something behind him, and then his attack going up might matter. But if we just sit here the entire run going, yeah, hope I find a good unit to put behind him, I think we're never gonna see anything. I think we're just gonna lose. We did pick up a Molten Encasement, which I think is now a really, really good card. And we're just gonna keep looking for Paraffin Thug, because in blue-yellow, there's basically one good backline damaging unit. If I bring up the logbook here, I can only think of one. If we go to units for Melting Remnant. Bounty Stalker also, but like, come on, we're not seeing fucking Bounty Stalker here. He's a rare. Like, okay. Harvest Rector is good with the rare units, of course. Before someone's like, oh, what about Legional Wax? What about Bounty Stalker? Sure, but like, come on, they're rare. You're not going to see those. And he's not even that good with Legional Wax. He doesn't combo well with Big Sludge, because they have no space for the floor for them to harvest. Bounty Stalker, Votivary, these are the two, like, these 3 units right here. Bounty Stalker, Votivary, and Remnant Host are probably your best pickups to put in front of him to trigger harvest, and then Paraffin Thug. Like, he has the highest attack. Throw him a multi-strike and maybe they can do something. I guess Lady of the House has a higher attack, but she burns out. And then Umbra units are all Gorge units that have to sit in the front. Except for Morsel Master, Morsel Maker. Yeah. I guess if we had like a super floor with him on it, it could be good. Maybe. I'm gonna take aggressive. Heaven's Gold with Memorial Fund. We can just make a ton of money and kill all the heavies with the pyre. But yeah. Multi-strike. Alright. So you just gotta give me Paraffin Thug and I'll stop complaining. Ah, man. Unfortunate. Alright. I'm not picking Lady of the House. I don't think that there's a... I don't think there's enough to make her work. Although maybe there is. Hold on. Hold the phone here. I think I'm gonna go for it. I have Sacred Wicks. I have 2 Wicklashes. Alright, Lady of the House. Let's give it a shot. You may look at that, by the way, and you may go, oh, what about Wickless Baron? And let me tell you, that's a mistake. I can tell you with certainty, picking Wickless Baron there is a mistake. But they both say Harvest on them. How good is that? And the answer is really bad, because there's no way for them to kill backline. You only have 1 space on the floor for them to harvest your own units. And they're never, like, unless you're softening up the heavies and putting them above Crucible Collector, which doesn't sound like a sound strategy to me. Putting them behind Crucible Collector, or yeah, like putting them after Crucible Collector doesn't sound very good. Because like then it could work if you have something else, I suppose. But then you're messing with the flow. Where's your Crucible Collector at? Unfortunately, I might just lose my Lady of the House and then have everything fall apart, but that's alright. I really think that I think that Harvest Rector is really bad. I've heard people tell me they're great cases for him, and I'm sure that they're like, everyone tells it to me though. Everyone is like, yeah, but what about this? He can just like give you 10 rounds or 15 rounds against Seraph himself. And I'm like, yeah. So can Revenge Sentient, but no one likes her. Like this Rector, you gotta get out of these first 3 waves. And maybe now that we're gonna survive Daedalus, maybe surviving Daedalus, I'll have a 180 on Harvest Rector here. Perhaps. It's possible that I have a complete turnaround on how I feel about Harvest Rector after this run. Maybe he's about to blow me away, and all he needs is a little help from someone like Lady of the House. Unfortunately, she has burned away 1 turn too soon. You hate to see it. Because now things get real awkward. I just gotta stack Lifesteal on Crucible Collector. And we hope that Lady of the House gets hit by Sacred Wicks. I'm pretty sure after the Formless Child run from yesterday, that it can also hit Eaten Morsels, which is just horrible, and I hate it. But, you know. What can you do? Complain, mostly, is what I can do. I feel like Harvest Rector is probably, of all of the champions, he's the most reliant on your secondary clan. Usually I don't even think about my secondary clan when picking a champion, but Harvest Rector's kind of looking like you gotta think about your secondary clan here. He's kind of looking like you gotta think about if you're gonna be able to find a reasonable, useful second unit. Okay, so we set up like this. Having these units die is maybe, you can argue, bad because it's going to make it less likely that I hit my lady, but you know. There's other. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's unlikely that I hit my lady anyway, I guess is what I should say, because, you know, Relentless Round is coming right now. Alright, we got 278. I think we'll clean up here. I guess we'll see. I think we clean up here, though. And I will admit, he gained 14 attack, he harvested 14 times. That was something. He doubled his attack. Don't get me wrong. It's something. The buffs to this Rector are something. They are definitely a change. However, I have not been blown away, right? It's a direct upgrade, but I don't think it fixes his problems. That's all I'm trying to get at, I guess. Hour of Death. Memento Mori doesn't work with morsels anymore. I think we'll take Sacrificial Resurrection. It's okay. None of these sound very good right now. Although, okay, let's take a trip real quick. Let's walk down Magical Christmas Lane for a second here. I think that I've messed this deck up a little bit by adding in things like Sacrificial Resurrection, but consider just having Shadow Eater in front of Harvest Rector, eating a morsel every turn and killing all of the backline. All I have to do is divert my plan, take space, and move morsels away from Crucible Collector. No, that doesn't sound very good. Which foul are we against? It is Spell Shield foul. I think we're gonna take draw, then. Probably take draw energy here. Although draw space is reasonable as well, but no energy against Diligent, you gotta be pretty confident. Okay, let's get some removals going here. Fossilized Fangs, hey, that's good. It's good because Crucible Collector's struggling right now. You could see he was very close to not making it in that last combat. So this will help him along. And so does Morsel Master, right on. So 2-1, I just have to Space Prism his floor, and then him and Morsel Master can make four more cells. That's what I'm trying to get to there in that sentence. I do not have the burnout stuff to pivot into Burn Bright, although maybe I should have planned for that. I don't know. So like Lady of the House, or yeah, Lady of the House is gonna be fine if I can keep her alive, which is a big if considering what I've done to the deck. The problem is that we don't see any more like burnout cards. The only reformed card we can see is what is it? It's called not Memories of the Melted. It's Wicked Blaze. It's just basically from this point, it's really difficult for us to actually see another morsel, or not another morsel, another burnout card. We can see plenty of morsel cards from here on, but finding like it's all luck. I guess we'll have to like dupe Wicklash to make her last long enough, I suppose. I don't know. I'll just consume these into drafts instead of actually playing them, although I think you can reform consumed cards like that as well. I kind of want to just slam Sacrificial Wicks and see if that's the case. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna play everything out here. It's a weird run because we're sitting here trying to both generate morsels and extend burnout. And we're just kind of like stuck in the middle on both of them, it feels like to me. I don't know. I think that if I could have gone burnout, it would have been like if I had planned for burnout Rector, we could have done a lot better here. Yeah, let's see what this reforms. Okay. I don't know what this means. I'll just say it. I think it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't reform consume cards, it just means that I did not on this turn. I'm gonna not take a curse this round. I'm gonna send that guy away. Alright. You can see the strengths of Harvest Rector here right now, right? He's making it so that Lady of the Reformed, with his new buffs to his attack, he's making it so Lady of the Reformed and him together are able to kill 105 health units, right? That's cool. Right on. I'm down with that, right? I've known that that was something that he could do. I don't think it's anything to write home about, but it's at least okay. He needs that something behind him. And this run we're doing a makeshift something behind him here of Lady of the House here. Throw down the draft to get a little more money from behind. Oh, because he gains the harvest. I was like, why did that change the outcome of this fight? I don't understand. That guy should just die. He does, but Rector gets a harvest. And if we can draw our burnout extenders, it's good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to thin the deck out to just being able to burnout extend for her. Fatal Melting. Yeah, I think we take Fatal Melting. We give it Holdover. And probably a +10. Although, does Harvest Rector enhance with these? Because giving him Endless is kind of nuts. I actually have to try this, I think. If it works, it's insane. If it doesn't, it's okay. But if it works, it's out of control. And that'll pass. Okay. Yeah, being able to Endless him and then just like play him again on another floor and get another like 15 rounds out of him sounds pretty sweet. Let's go left path here. I think the main card we're looking for here is going to be Wickless Recruitment. Volatile Gauge. No chance in this deck. No fucking chance. I'll take Trader's Quill. It's really good against Diligent. So on this run, what do we want to duplicate? There's a case to be made for duplicating Wicklash. I think I'm going to duplicate the Remnant Pact so that I can play Rector Lady bottom floor and then move them up to the middle floor when they die. Or I can put it on Molten Encasement. I think there's a lot of units that really benefit from Endless in this run. Mark of Invasion? Yeah, nah, I don't need the money, right? I feel like I don't need to take these money trials, so I'm not going to. Our income is really high. And I don't want to trade my Pyre health for it. So every time we draw a Wicklash turn 1, we're just crushing it here, absolutely. You guys are going middle floor, you're going top floor. Right on. Why is it stuck as the... Sometimes the cursor gets stuck as the little magnifying glass. Hit him with like a... what was it? What was this game that I'm trying to remember? Oh, it was a CSI game where you have to solve crimes. I remember this now. And you looked around the room with a magnifying glass to try and find who did the murder. Find clues. That was a sweet game. 10-year-old me loved that shit. Finding clues? Sign me the frig up, dude. Get me in there for some clue hunting. This heavy's gonna be a problem. You can clearly see it. He's gonna threaten a kill on my Crucible Collector, even sort of problem. My man needs to see a shop that gives him some actual stats. My man is having a rough one up here, but it's okay. So what we're gonna aim for here, we're gonna throw an Endless on her and then an Endless on Rector here. Endless here. Go ahead and Mind Collapse one of you, because this also pushes Rector over the threshold to kill one of the defenders. So we'll kill 3 on this floor. And like, this run is going very well. I'm very glad that I committed to Lady of the House how I did, because she's doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up. Put this drag down first before playing the morsel. I'll get 1 morsel through. To Gorge, which gives him his first 2 lifesteal. Okay. And he shouldn't get killed by the one of these guys that goes up. Like this, obviously you look at this Rector and you go, holy shit. Harvest Rector's out of control. Ah! Hoping to draw Driftfall here, so I could have 1 more round against him. Oh well, we're gonna take 28. And thankfully I took, like, holy shit, I think I would have died if I didn't take Heaven's Gold. Thanks, Heaven's Gold, very cool. It hurts, but there's nothing I can do. And we will Endless Rector here. Give you a little more attack and a little more burnage, if you will. So 37, you're killing here after 2 hits. You're at 60? Okay. Running the numbers there real quick. I'll throw a drag down for a little extra harvest. Throw Mind Collapse in for even more harvest, although it's less health because he's going to get hit for more. Okay. Just check this for a good morsel. A gooder morsel, if you will. Alright. We'll get our extra 5 gold, at least, from before we take a 28. Yeah, he would have killed me if I didn't have Heaven's Gold. That's crazy. My man's strong. That's the whole combat right there. That exact unit is the entire combat. He does all of the problems. Like, he's the entire game. He threatens you so hard. And I don't like it. He's very scary. But like this floor might just kill the boss. Oh no, it's Crystal Cloak, that's right. I mean shit, my Rector has so much health he might handle the boss anyway. They come pretty close. Give you a burnout extension. And we'll see how the Endless works with these two now. I know how it'll work with Lady of the House. She's gonna come back with 3... Let's see what we're drawing to here. Jeweler. Put it in front, it takes the hit, but we get 5 gold and the Harvest trigger instead. Right, if you put it behind, he gets the damage shield and +1 health, but putting it in front gives him +2, +10, and we get Harvest, or we get +5, and it takes 1 round anyway, which is what it would do with damage shield 1. Okay. I don't know about this one. I mean, we're gonna kill this boss, it's just, we're getting a little lower on the health than I would like to see. Not that that should be a surprise. Yeah, she burned out. So let's see how Endless works. Does he come back with all of the health he harvested? He does! Oh, he's insane. Look at that. We just get to make this, we get to make this crazy strong floor a second time. Hang on, give me my extra money as well. 5 extra gold everywhere we can get it. Okay. And my man over here, if you didn't see it, had 30 lifesteal, which is a lot. We're not even doing anything crazy with like a morsel spike or anything like that. He just has that lifesteal. More engulfed and like more stealth. More stealth is good because it's more harvests without Rector losing health, which I like. And then I want Grovel. Okay, I think we have all the tools we need here. We just have to do some removal so the deck becomes a little more consistent. Clear out the dregs, clear out the train stewards, things like that. Oh, this path is really good, but I also need a steel merchant at some point. But I don't need it right now. I just have to make sure I give my lifesteal dog a health morsel at least once so that he can go against Fel. Hold over Engulfed in Smoke. That's decent. I think I'm gonna hold over Grovel though, if you can believe it. Because this is something you do to kill bosses, and the Rector floor isn't gonna kill bosses. This is something that I'm doing. The Engulfed in Smoke is here to make it so that Rector gets a little more stealth, to get a little higher on the health. I don't think I need it. I think the better boss killing plan is just stacking our lifesteal boy like crazy. Personally. I think that's the way to go. And so since we have Heaven's Gold, we have Heaven's Gold. This is a fun relic to have because you have to think about breakpoints. So killing a heavy from full health is 190 after this coming combat. You want to be able to do that in roughly 2 rounds, so you want to have 190. You want to have about 95. Is that right? Yeah, you want to have about 95 on the gold meter if possible, on the pyre attack power. Since we're not there, I'm just gonna purge. I'm gonna purge like 2 or 3 cards because we're not gonna get there from the next combat. And the next breakpoint is, I mean, it's about 65, right? 65 would be 195, but I'm okay with. We'll get 75 gold from Fel as well, so it should be fine. And we have 2 removals here as well. All right, this one's coming together. It's a bit of an unconventional run, and I know I was harping on Harvest in the entire early game, but I think that my complaints of Harvest were 100% valid. I would have died if I didn't find Multi-Strike and this Lady of the House, without a doubt. I don't think that there's anything wrong with what I said about Harvest Rector. And I know I didn't roll that shop, however, I don't want to. I want to keep some money. Going below 53 is the next major breakpoint where I can't I can't kill a heavy on this combat in 2 hits, which is worth remembering as well. It shouldn't matter, I guess. Like, it shouldn't make a difference, but it's an important thing to keep in mind because when it does make a difference, it saves your run. See the last combat where that 14 attack heavy walked up and almost wiped me but died because I had money in Heaven's Gold. Right on. Alright, so we're gonna probably clean up this combat from here. Once we draw Space Prism, it really goes insane. We can get some free money on this floor with some morsels. Right on. We're gonna take some damage from these 3 goons, but that's not so bad. This goon might... This is the enemy that we gotta watch out for. That clip reflector might hit me for 10. And that's alright. If it does. They're just shy down here. I need to give Rector like one more harvest so he can start killing clip reflectors. So I gotta work this turn out. I do need to give you an Anti-Umbra morsel, but that's a lot easier now. Morsel Jeweler goes here to trigger another harvest. I can just Wicklash you. It's even on this turn, but it's still good. And then I'm gonna Mind Collapse as well. I'm gonna give this guy armor, but it's okay. I feel like I have to. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw an Endless onto her. Oh yeah, and that I forgot about Trader's Quill. Good shit. Alright. So then we're fine. We're done here. Oh, we're not done here. I'll take my extra 5 gold if you don't mind. But yeah, once we get Space Prism, it gets a lot cleaner as well, right? Because getting Space Prism will allow us... like, that's the big thing. Getting the double morsels down on that top floor is really strong from here. Even though it might be right to take space, I'm probably going to take energy just because having energy against Diligent is often good, to say the least. It's often a good idea to have energy against Diligent. An interesting take here. Do I need to play Endless onto Rector? You're at 110. No, I don't need to. I guess it's fine. I could push an extra 38 to this reflector, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. An extra 38 doesn't do anything to this guy. Yeah. It's a little slow to get going here. You can see, we need this Heaven's Gold to be at the breakpoints, because there are going to be heavies walking past us nearly full health. And there's not much I can do about that at the present moment. Unfortunately. Do this. And then I'm just gonna Sacrificial Resurrection. I'll take an extra 80 here. If I could pick up the... I think the relic that auto wins us this combat is the Burnout Extender. Burnout +3 would be really good. My desk is making so much noise. I hear it, which means that you hear it. I apologize. I'll try to make it quieter. It's like the one thing I still need to get for streaming and recording. I should get a like a standalone mic so that you don't hear all the noise my desk makes. I should get a standalone like mic arm, but you know. Will I? That's a different question. Maybe one day. It's like, it's one of those things that it doesn't really matter, I feel like. No one's like, oh man, I can't watch this. This desk is creaking too much. I don't think it's that bad either. Like, I don't think it happens that often. Could split this Clipped Guardian. It's like, whatever, basically. I guess what I should do is I should split the Sycophant. That's a little bit better. Because now he won't give an attack to the Clipped Guardian when he dies, which he will die. I'll take my free energy here. I should have thrown that down here. Yeah. Gotta remember about Fossilized Fangs. Take my free gold. I said free energy, I meant to say free gold. We're up to 65 though, so we'll kill anything that she sends up at us right now. Rector, he's doing alright. Like, they're gonna get to go 2 rounds against Val. Which should be strong. I can reform potentially something good. Yeah, lifesteal's good. Take minor and lifesteal. He's huge. This guy's massive. I just need a way to stop these, because I'm gonna die to heavies on this run, 100%. This is a bad run. I hate to say it, but this run is looking really terrible. It's looking real bad right now. Fine. Because we're about to fall off a cliff. The flat damage that we're doing down here is nice, but you need scaling damage to kill an enemy with 190 health, and our damage is not scaling. We're about to drop off, to say the least. Like, this floor is great and all, but they're not even that required right now. These two with the Endless is handling everything. Although it won't handle Seraph, to be fair. And that's what 84 attack, 50 lifesteal boy is here for. I think this run, like, I hate to say it, right? But this is kind of a lost the burnout lottery sort of run, it feels like. If I had, instead of these two, I had Lady of the Reformed, this Rector, what he was burnout, and then I could Sacrificial Resurrection a draft to pump out a bunch of damage. I could see it. However, it's not easy to pump out a bunch of damage with a draft. I have to draw Sacrificial Resurrection, and double heavies may walk past you. So, you know, nothing's perfect. We're okay. I missed 5 gold. The plan is, like, it's a pretty straightforward plan here. I'm gonna go to every single possible trinket I can find. Oh, a Furnace Tap kinda helps. Does it help? Does Furnace Tap help? He was ending around 40. No, I think it hurts because of the Ember Drain. By the way, this card got nerfed. Look at this card and tell me what got changed on it. I won't tell you. I'm sure you can figure it out, but take a look at it and see if you can put together what they changed about Furnace Tap there. I'll take energy. I think our heavy killing plan is actually just like stack the pyre with Heaven's Gold. I'm pretty sure. Take a bunch, like take artifacts, try to find Vapor Funnel, stack the pyre, and just take as little damage from heavies as possible. It's a bad plan, but you know, what can I do? Need to find a plus 25 already. Like, I really need to find my man a plus 25 over here. My dude's kind of been suffering. I'm gonna have to roll the shop for it. How have I not seen a plus 25? That's crazy. This is crazy. How have I not seen a plus 25? People say that this is the easier one to find. Multi-strike's apparently the easy one to find. I'm gonna give him multi-strike because we have double gorge basically makes it okay for him to have multi-strike. I can't believe this. But this floor just had its damage triple. Or not quite triple, they went from doing 40 to doing 90. So just barely over double. My mistake. Plus 4, plus 20. Yeah, so the Burn Bright line was good, however, it was bad because I had to commit. Like, if I took Lady of the Reform, we probably would have died to Daedalus. If I could have, it would have been good. Armor 20. Let's look at our numbers here. I don't think this combat ever spawns a double heavy, which is very good for me. So it's 30, and then you're doing... Where are you? Where's my lady? She's going to be doing roughly 90, we can say. 120. I think I'm okay to take this. It's just, it's such a big return. If I die for it, it's okay. Because getting an extra 40 attack on the pyre is huge. Going up to 107 here is massive. Really, really strong. So I'm willing to roll for it here. There are double heavies. There's steel wings on this. Okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna die. Let's just be real here. Probably gonna die. Probably would have died however you slice it. Or her the Endless just in case. Harvest Rector just doesn't scale for the early rounds very well, I find. But, you know, no need to count it out yet. Oh, it was so little damage because he was dying, of course. Of course he was dying because he's only 20 health for some reason. For some unknown reason, my man only has 20 health. Still trying to figure that one out. Dragon Front should make this fine. This up here. This is gonna hurt. I don't need to tell you that. But we're going for the big high roll here. We're going for the big returns. If we see the big returns, excellent. If we don't, too bad. Also, if you're wondering, this is something I should address just in case you're wondering about it. Sacrificial Resurrection does not work with Trader's Quill. Something important to note. Make sure you got that one locked in as well. If I Sacrificial Resurrection this hand, Trader's Quill does 0 damage. A good thing for you to keep in mind. I should drip fall this guy. He's gonna become a problem on the next floor. Like, he's gonna be a problem either way you slice it. But That being the case, is there a good reason to drip fall him then? I don't know. We're pushing 80 damage to this man, this Gilded Wing. You're doing, this floor is going to be doing 110 plus whatever the morsels are doing. Okay, because like if I can, I should probably just drip this Winged Conduit. Because okay, so let's talk this out, right? Because you may look at this and you may go, oh, just drip fall that guy, but drip falling this guy changes nothing. He drops down, he takes no damage, he walks up at the exact same position. He's going to be a 10 times 2 at the same health. Changes nothing. So, I can drip the Wing Conduit, but then we got a 10 times 3 here. We're going to be taking one round of 10 times 3, which is 30, and then he's dead. As it is right now, we're taking 20, 40, 60. Oh god, we're taking 61. But yeah, I think that the best play is actually going to be to drip this Conduit. Yeah, okay. I think this is how we go about it. And then I eat this whole hand to play you back here and just get an extra 80 pumped into the Winged Conduit, or the Gilded Wings here. He's going through his lifesteal fast, but he's gaining it faster. He's gonna gain 4 to 6 per turn. Or no, not 4 to 6, 4 to 8 per turn. Yeah. Heaven's Gold, pretty good. Don't sleep on it. Okay, so now this 4 only does 32 to me, and we walk away from this at 1 health anyway. As you can see, clearly a better play. Oh no. Yeah, so taking the armor trial might kill me, but I stand by it just because I feel like we have to do something drastic to come out of this one with a win. This is drastic, but maybe just drastic enough. My favorite movie, Drastic Park. It's a fun one. Oh no, I'm dead actually, because these guys do 1 times 2, don't they? Yeah, no, I'm dead. Alright, interesting. I killed myself. That's fine. Taken 30. I didn't take into account in the damage numbers the 1 times 2. You can think about that turn a little more, but I'm pretty sure that the correct answer is actually just don't drip fall anything. Yeah, that was a tough run. I'll just say it. That was a really hard run. I think that after playing that run, given that exact same circumstance, I would take Reform 100 times out of 100. I think that you can only take Harvest Rector if your secondary clans are not Umbra. Like, basically just not Umbra, because Umbra has nothing good to support you with, and you end up having to take some weird makeshift backliner that doesn't have a good plan involved in it. Whereas if I played Reform there, I could have just been reforming morsels. I could have, I mean, fuck dude, I think that they're all bad. I actually think that reforming morsels is also going to be pretty bad. I guess not terrible, but I think that Reform is better. I would not pick Harvest Rector with Umbra again. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.